Welcome to Computer Torda channel. Today's topic, time difference. Today we are going to learn how to define time subtract using different methods in MS Excel. Manufacturing of product X contains three processes: light, cutting, heating, and assembling in different levels. Each process is examined and supervised by a supervisor. We have start time and end time for each process. We have to calculate the work time in each process. Select the start time and end time area in each process. Select from cell C2 to cell D10. Select Format Cells icon or press Ctrl 1 shortcut key. Format Cells dialog box opens. Click on Number tab. Select Time under Category List. Select 1:30 p.m. time format in Type List. Press OK button. We are using 24 hours time format. Enter time 8:00. Press Tab key. Automatically takes AM. Enter end time 10:30 in cell D2. Press Tab key. Enter start time and end time for cutting process in level 2. Under cutting process level 3, enter end time 12 o'clock. Press Tab key. Automatically shows 12 p.m. Enter start time and end time for heating process. Enter start time 12:00 in C5 cell and end time 13:00 in D5 cell. Enter start time and end time for remaining processes. Now we have to calculate work time in each process. End time minus start time gives work time in each process. Formula equals D2 minus C2. Here D2 represents end time and C2 represents start time. Press enter. Gives 2:30 AM. Keep the mouse in E2 cell and use free handle to fill other cells. Each cell in E column showing AM and PM time format. It's not correct format. Let's change the time format. Press Ctrl 1 shortcut key. Select time under category list. Select 13:30 time format. Press OK button. Now you can observe work time of each process in different levels in E column. Use if statement. The Excel sheet shows start time and end time for cutting, heating, assembling and packing processes in different levels. To calculate work time for each process, use if statement. Type the if statement in E2 cell. Equals if open bracket D2 greater than C2, comma, D2 minus C2, comma, 1 plus D2 minus C2, close the bracket. Press enter key. It shows some value. Keep the mouse in E2 cell and use free handle to fill the other cells. The values in E column are not in correct format. We have to change the format. Press Ctrl 1 shortcut key. Select time under category list. Select time format 1330. Press OK button. The format has been changed. Now you can see the total hours for each process. To calculate the sum of the total hours, use the formula equals sum open bracket, select the range, cell E2 to cell E9, close the bracket, press enter. Total working hours required to manufacture product X is 12 hours. Using date and time format. Suppose we have start date and start time in column C and end date and end time in column D for each process. Let's see how to calculate total hours separately for each process. Select the time entry area from cell C2 to cell D10. Click Format Cells icon or use Ctrl 1 shortcut key. Opens Format Cells dialog box. Click on Time under Category List. Select Date and Time, AM and PM format as displayed in the picture. Press OK button. Enter respective start date and start time in column C and end date and end time in column D for each process. Calculate total work hours for each process by using end date minus start date. Keep the cursor in E2 cell. Formula equals D2 minus C2. Press enter. Get the result. Keep the mouse cursor in E2 cell and use free handle to fill the rest of the values in column E. The format is not correct. To change the format, use shortcut key Ctrl 1. Opens Format Cells dialog box. Select time under category list and select 1330 format. Format has been changed. Now you can see the total work time of each process in different levels. Use the sum formula to calculate overall work time to manufacture product X. Formula equals sum open bracket, select from cell E2 to E10, close the bracket, press enter button. Overall work time to manufacture product X is 12 hours. Use start date, start time, end date, end time separately. We have to enter start date and start time in column C and column D separately. Similarly, end date and end time in column E and column F separately for each process. Make all the entries for each process. Now we have to add start date and start time. Keep the cursor in G2 cell. Type the formula equals C2 plus D2. Press enter. You get the result. You can see both start date and start time in one cell. Keep the cursor in G2 cell and use free handle to fill other cells. Automatically fill cell values in that range. Now we have to add end date and end time. Keep the cursor in H2 cell. Type the formula equals E2 plus F2. Press enter. You get the result. You can see both end date and end time in one cell. Keep the cursor in H2 cell and use free handle to fill other cells in column H. Automatically fill other cell values. Now we have to calculate total work time for each process. Keep the cursor in cell I2. Formula equals H2 minus G2. Press enter. The output shows both date and time. Keep the cursor in cell I2 and use free handle to fill other cells. Automatically fill other cell values. The format is not correct. To change the format, use the shortcut key Ctrl 1. Click on Custom. Type the format. Bracket open, H, close the bracket, colon, semicolon, @ in type box as shown in the picture. The format has been changed. You can see the total work time of each process in hours and minutes. Keep the cursor in cell I11. Type the formula equals sum, open bracket. Select cell I2 to cell I10. Close the bracket. Total work time is 12 hours. Hope you understood how to calculate time difference in MS Excel. Like, share, subscribe. Computer Code channel. Thank you.